So I think it's because I was given such professional attention growing up, and I personally really did enjoy it. But when I took a year off during my last year of high school, so right before college, and I was traveling a little bit, so I didn't have that kind of continuous pressure of ballet. And I was like, wow, I so appreciate the experience of ballet. But then that feeling of like you mentioned, like, yeah, a breath of fresh air now. It's like it feels so different, and I really reveled in it and I appreciated it so much that I thought, interesting how other people who are not professional dancers can't really experience the joy of ballet because there's only such a high level of classes that are given to people who want to be, professional ballet dancers. And I was like, there has to be opportunities for other people who just want to learn. And I've seen other ballet students who have also become professionals. They have also started opening up the space for everybody to begin dance, because I think they understand the value and the joy of dance from the inner child's side. It's like, what a beautiful thing to give the inner child dance without adding on those really hard layers of perfectionism and the obsession of it and the competition of it, which can be beautiful for a specific group of people who are aligned towards that, which I was, and I really enjoyed that part. But then as I got older, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is a little bit too extreme. This doesn't make me happy, because the perfectionism leads to kind of chaotic internal behavior as well, because you have to not only have a really good physical body, you have to constantly be in rehearsal mode. It causes so much fatigue on the body. There's so much pressure to also, keep getting better, to keep improving in a way that might cause injuries because there's so much pressure. So I was like, let me just open up the space, as more and more people are doing these days, which is so beautiful, to invite people to appreciate the art of dance and performance. I want to also open up the space where people can perform with how they are without giving them these extreme, you know, guideposts or limitations. And it made me so happy. So it's like I'm tuning into my own inner child and feeling like I'm also giving myself the freedom to now shift from being perfect to truly enjoying the art of performance and dance. Well, I grew up dancing ballet, so I performed with New York City Ballet. I went to the School of American Ballet, and I have so much experience, and I just love the art of ballet. I feel like it was such a gift for me growing up in that space of expansion, and I felt at that time it was very like physical expansion and mindful expansion, because we had barre every day. We had the same kind of routine. And I feel like for adults and for kids, there's something about a stable routine that brings you back into focus. It brings you back into presence, which is so beautiful. And so I was performing, I was dancing. I spent a few summers dancing with Miami City Ballet. I also performed at Madison Square Garden, and during my last year of high school, I was able to dance with Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater through my high school. So it was such a beautiful experience of learning different forms of art, whether it is jazz, lyrical, ballroom, modern, ballet. And I just really appreciated the art of movement. And then as I shifted into college, I started having a deep passion for understanding my mind, and through writing, I opened up a blog, as many of us like to do, and to expand their thoughts. And I felt so comfortable and so kind of aligned with how I was thinking and expressing myself. And in dance, there is no communication on stage. I mean, yes, there's beautiful body movement and expression, but it's nonverbal. So now to have that shift into like physically speaking and talking, and also it's a different form of art through expression of words, I felt so kind of merged into that experience, and it was helping me, deal with issues, mental health issues, or going through different experiences, whether it was inner child healing or going through friendship breakups or heartbreak. So I was like, wow, this is so cool. I love dance so much, and I also love expressing myself through words. So this kind of expanded my work with podcasting, and now writing poem books and guidebooks and affirmation books. So I think it's so interesting how when we're on one path, we can always shift and expand into something else depending on where we are in our lives and what we are needed to experience.
Wow. Yeah,
So when it comes to ballet, being present, there are so many elements to it, because you have to know the combination, if we're doing a combination or a variation or a partner variation. First, you have to know the steps, and we rehearse the steps often. So once you have the steps down, you want to make sure that you're also emotionally in it as well. So you're kind of playing with the music, playing with whatever character you are performing, you're embodying it, you're trying to kind of feel into it. And at one moment, I feel like there is this element of flow state, and it's so beautiful, and many dancers, and actually everybody, can feel the flow state, because what it actually is, it's just an alignment of you feeling that this is your space and you are where you have to be in essence. I think we all deserve and we all want to feel that we deserve to feel flow, synchronicity, kind of the idea where when we're balancing on point, maybe the balance goes even over like 2 or 3 seconds. So you're like balancing beyond the music finishing, and you feel like, wow, I am in a way in control, but also guided by the universe to help me achieve this beautiful co-creation of performance. And it's not about a performative, character or expression, but it's about kind of gliding with the universal performance of expression through movement, and it's so beautiful. It's like when we are dancing, it is such a gift to feel spiritually present, and I think that's the challenge that some dancers face. And when you truly are a prima ballerina and you have achieved certain ranks, whether you become a soloist or a principal, I think that's what most dancers, that's their dream, to achieve those levels of stardom and professionalism. And I think at the height of it is that spiritual kind of clarity. I think we're all on a journey to find spiritual clarity, whether it is in our jobs, in our friends, or families. And when we do find that with ballet, it's so true, like you mentioned, it's that feeling of kind of the integrity of being present and fulfilling your role and performing, and also feeling inspired. And I think maybe the element of silence and nonverbalness catapults a sense of spiritual kind of synchronicity, or spiritual bonding with your higher self, because that's how I feel. I feel like maybe because we're not speaking and we have to just move our bodies with the music, that brings some kind of element of using other senses, using your sixth sense perhaps, because you have to be in a way intuitive to your partner, to the other dancers, to your role, whether you are in the center stage or you're doing, far left or far right, whatever the choreography may be. Yeah, it's such an interesting journey when it comes to dance and using the spiritualness of life. I love that.